Hi, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, Bad Boy British, and you are watching Bad Boy British TV. Now, I'm here to review BET's brand new show, Music Moguls. Now, with this show, I didn't really know what it was about. I just saw it on Mr. World premiere and decided to watch it. I'm a reality TV junkie, so anything reality TV or document series about the music industry, entertainment, that's my thing. That's what I'm really into. So I said, hell, let me watch it. Now, this show is basically it's like a docu series of basically some of the biggest moguls in hip hop, and the show features Birdman of Cash Money, Jermaine Dupri of So Def, Dame Dash of Roc-A-Fella, and Snoop Dogg. I don't really know Snoop Dogg's label, but yeah, I think he has one. I don't know too well if he does or something like that, but yeah. But it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it started off a bit slow. They wasn't really doing anything, but it kept my attention for the first, you know, it kept my attention for the first episode. I mean, I'm just gonna get some of my notes because I'm still kind of new to this, guys, with the reviewing, so it's not off the straight top of my head. But yeah, so the intro was just basically showing like their legacy and their brand and their company and what they've done and what they're doing now and what they hope to do in the future. So that's basically how the show opened up. And then the first mogul they went to was obviously Birdman. He just went to one of his meetings at Cash Money, and he was just talking about Nicki, Drake, and Lil Wayne are like the biggest artists in the hip hop game, and thoroughly they are because Drake's literally like the best selling, I think best selling male rapper of the decade from 2010. Drake is the most successful male rapper, and obviously Nicki's the most successful female rapper since probably like 2000 and who knows, because I don't know when's the last female besides Nicki who's had a platinum album. I'm just saying. But yeah, yeah, they opened up with them and they were just basically talking about how they want to branch their empire more and they want to sign these new artists. Or he has an artist named Jay Queasy, and yeah, they were just basically in the offices with the like head directors or chairmen of Universal, because obviously Cash Money is under Universal. Universal is their parent company, so they were also. I think they also have a partnership with Republic Records as well, because I know Nicki's on that label, Republic Records. I think they distribute our albums, so that music industry, politics, everybody's interlined. I mean, everybody's the same. And then they went on to Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg was doing a meeting on his brand Mary Jane. I had no idea what Mary Jane was, but I think Snoop Dogg is basically making his not situation, but what he does every day into a business. And I mean, if he can do that, I mean, that's no effort, because we all know from the turn of time when Snoop Dogg, when he when he came out as an artist, all he was ever about was about smoking weed and the weed this and getting high and gin and juice and alcohol and weed. So that's his thing. And if he can make money off it, I think that's a strategically mastermind. Whoever, if he came up with that or someone in his camp, I think that's excellent that he endorses himself into that, because that's kind of unknown of his music. That's the only thing that he's kind of obviously otherwise known for is like weed and marijuana and stuff. So I think that's a great deal that he's doing. They were just having a meeting and they were talking about how he's gonna go on tour and how the website's doing, and he don't want to be no average weed brand. Like he don't just want people to smoke marijuana. Like he wants to do knowledge. He wants people to be knowledgeable about it. He wants to kind of make like weed like a brand, like something that's not frowned upon or looked on bad. He wants to kind of bring weed into the mainstream and make people perceive it as a positive. So shout out to Snoop Dogg, because you using your lemons and you're making lemonade. So yeah. What else? Then they went on to Dame Dash. Now Dame Dash, I don't know too much about him. Like obviously, don't revoke my hip hop card, but I don't know too much about Dame Dash. All I know is that he was with Aaliyah. he started off in the 90s with Jay-Z, and he has done a lot of stuff in the hip hop world, but kind of now of like this last generation, or you would say decade, from about 10 years ago, I don't really know the relevancy of him or what he does. I mean, back in the day, I'm not taking anything away what he did in, you know, the 90s and all that, but stroke like 2000s or this decade of the 2010 decade, I don't really know the relevancy of what he's done. So yeah, if you guys know, please leave comments and let me know, because I don't know. But yeah, he had a radio interview. He didn't go as crazy as he did on the Breakfast Club, thank God. I think these these radio hosts, I think they knew better than to, you know, whatever they were going on. But yeah, he was just basically talking about like what he's into, and now he wants to be a film director now, and he's into movies, and he's not really on the music thing no more. And he was talking about him and Jay-Z, and basically him and Jay-Z were rocking, and then Jay-Z decided once he got to a certain stature that he wanted to kind of leave Dame Dash and go like with another company or another person. I don't know. Don't frankly really care. But yeah, that's basically what he was talking about. And then we got into Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine Dupri to me is one of the greats. Like when it comes to hip hop and R&B, he's one of the pioneers. Like he's up there with like the Diddy's, the what's the one from the one that Andre Riley, the one that done not Andre Riley. What am I talking about? Sorry, that's Andre, the one that's from Uptown Records. Him. I can't remember his name, but he was on the BT behind the inside the label. Yes, inside the label, the Uptown guy. Him, he's up there with them. Like when you think of the acts like he's brought to the table, like Escape, Bow Wow, Chris Cross, like so many, Mariah Carey, Usher. Man, he's this brand and made some of the best hip hop and R&B songs of all time. So you have to give Jermaine Dupri his props. You know, he was there with Johnny Wright. Johnny Wright is obviously a legend in the game. I mean, he's managed like kind of some of the biggest artists of all time. You know, Janet Jackson, NSYNC, you know, the biggest. So he was there in the meeting, and then they had some wannabe Justin Bieber. Now, don't get me wrong, I know from now any guy or white young boy Caucasian who plays a guitar or is all wholesome and has the innocent look is going to get compared to Justin Bieber. But they tried it because he was just giving Justin Bieber, like, you know that first YouTube video of Justin Bieber when he was on YouTube singing You Got It Bad by Usher and he had his guitar? This is just what this boy was doing. His name's called Carson Dooley or Dudley, or I just put Carson D because I didn't even know what the second name was, because I was a little bit like, I mean, like, are they really trying to find another Bieber? Like, I know Bieber's going a little cray these days, but you know, he ain't completely off the plot. So why are they trying to find another Justin Bieber? I don't know why. But yeah, he auditioned. I mean, he was cute. He could sing a bit and all that. But yeah, I mean, it was just, I just thought Justin Bieber wanted to be whatever. And then after, one thing, Birdman's house, OMG. That mansion, to die for. Is the mansion in Miami. Like when they were showing pictures and like snippets of that house is amazing. Like, oh my gosh, like he has the money. Like we will be taking the piss out of him and all that, and the Little Wayne and the Breakfast Club and put some respect on my name, and we're all taking the piss. But like that dude has got some guap. He got the money, so I think, you know, he got money. Yeah, and then Birdman introduced his artist, Jay Queasy, and he looks like an illegitimate child of Little Wayne's. I'm like, what is going on? Like, where's the originality? It's like, they just keep duplicating, like, no, so now we got Justin Bieber now we got Justin Bieber 2016, and now we got Little Wayne 2016. It's like, can we get some originality up in here? Like, what's going on? Come on, like, you guys are supposed to be moguls, you lot are supposed to brand superstars. It just looks like you guys are taking average, alright guys that's trying to make it in the industry, and you're trying to do a remix. Jermaine, you said that what you call it, Justin Bieber came to you and he sang nice and slow, but you passed on him, so you aren't really feeling him, and that's something you regret. So it looks like now you want to take this car somewhere, and now you want to do a remix. I want to get another Justin Bieber. It ain't happening. So this, then that, and then this Jay Queasy nigga, he coming on the phone looking like Lil Wayne with the grill, with their plaques and the thing. I'm like, baby, like, oh, for God's sake, I'm like, can we get some originality up in here? If you guys are moguls, if you are the top of your game, if you can take anybody with a little bit of talent and make them a superstar, then why can't we make a new person? Why do we have to go and get duplicates and do a remix? Why can't we make a new icon, a new legend, a new superstar? Why are we getting these Carsons and Jay Queezys and this making them this generation's Justin Bieber and Lil Wayne? I mean, come on, like, where's the originality? I mean, yeah. What else was going on? I mean, Jermaine was there talking to his friend and whatever that was going on. And they were just basically talking about Dame Dash saying that they think he's gone a bit soft and some of the moves he's doing in the game is not like what they thought he would do because he's at a certain stature and he's doing like a budget TV show and all that. So he's hearing stuff about him in the media, like Jermaine's hearing stuff about Dame in the media, and he doesn't feel like, you know, Dame is the guy he used to be, so he wants to find out and track down with Dame Dash and all this bullshit. So, okay, whatever. What else was we talking about? Oh, and then Snoop and Wiz. I really like that segment. Now, Snoop and Wiz, I think that's a perfect idea for those two to match up. I mean, unquotably, I mean, not so much on the lyric side, but about the whole average style and the swag. Wiz Khalifa's like our generation Snoop Dogg. I mean, he's like Margo as hell. He's, skinny, he smokes the weed, he's all about the high life, he's got the swag, he's from Cali, as the same as Snoop. I think that's really good that Snoop is endorsing him. I mean, this is what I wish more of the females would do. You see, like, Snoop is a legend. Snoop ain't worried about no Wiz Khalifa. He's just saying, look, at the end of the day, I want to get to a bigger audience. I want to branch off. I want to get this generation. So let me get one of their biggest artists and let me group with him and come together. You know, the males are not catty, but when it comes to the females now, like, it will just be great. Like, even if, like, you know, like, maybe one of the old ones like Salt and Pepper do something with Nicki, or MC Light done something with like Dej Loaf, or, you know, just encourage the females of this generation. Like, every time it comes to females, it's just catty. It's just like, come on, like, look at Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa. Like, Snoop Dogg ain't fussed about him. Like, Snoop Dogg is a legend. He's just saying, look, for my little weed company, let me get somebody that's out there in the media, that's, well, you know, Wiz Khalifa is known. He's got a couple of, you know, he's got big songs. He's done songs with like Maroon 5. He just done the song for the Fast and Furious. That was like the biggest song of 2015. You know, that song won a damn Grammy, for God's sakes. I mean, come on. I mean, don't quote me on that. I think it won a Grammy, but a Billboard or something. But it was #1 for hella weeks, and it was the most with the Charlie Puth guy. It was for, you know, the Fast and Furious soundtrack, so it was big enough. I mean, Wiz Khalifa's been with Amber Rose, Kardashian, Black China, all that hoopla. Like, Wiz Khalifa is known for this generation. I mean, come on, he ain't no best rapper or anything, but, you know, he's known. He got a couple of cute songs, whatever. So I think that was really good that Snoop was endorsing the younger generation and he was teaming up with him, and I give Snoop props for that, because I think that more artists from the 80s and 90s should endorse some of the artists of today, because I feel like if you can't beat them, then match them. What else? Oh, Fake Little Wayne, Jay Queezy had a little what you call it, yacht party, listening party, and Birdman was on there and he was saying, I ain't done this in a long time and you're gonna be the ish, and all these program directors was on there like, yeah, we're feeling the song. I mean, the song was, I mean, we didn't really hear that much. It was like a 20-second snippet. Maybe they didn't get the clearance to play, because I heard that they had a Candy cameo sample in there. I mean, you know, maybe that reference was a lot to pay for. Maybe BT couldn't afford it or couldn't play it for long. I mean, I'll research the song, I'll give it a shoot, but what I heard, it sounded pretty okay, but yeah, we'll see. What else was happening? Jermaine and Dash meet up in LA for whatever they had to talk about, and Jermaine was just basically saying like, oh, I think you went soft and your TV show, but he was beating around the question. Like, before he just goes to Dame and say, look, I've seen some of the moves you've been doing, like, you're moving to North Carolina, like, come on, these guys are the main cities, like the LAs and the New Yorks and the Vegases and the Miamis, like, what the hell are you doing in North Carolina? Like, Jermaine, why didn't you just say, look, I've seen you in North Carolina, I've seen you doing some kind of budget YouTube TV show, like, what are you, like, you're supposed to be Dame Dash, like, what are you doing? Before you just came out and said that, you were just beating around the question. But Dame Dash got your ass together because everything that you were saying, he shut it down and he said his piece and he left it as that. And you couldn't defend anything. You were just like, as soon as you went to Jermaine, as soon as you went to try and talk to him, he just shut you down at every given time. And that's the thing. Stand in your word. Like my friend Funky Dineva said, stand firm in your word. Stand firm in your word and walk while you're in your talk or something like that. But yo, that's the real thing. If you got something to say to someone, say it, address it. Why was you beating around the bush, going around the question? Like, Dame ain't worried. All what Dame said, he said, look, he don't give a fuck. He said, a lot of this stuff in the industry, he's just made it, you know, he just got over it. Like, he never was dismissing it, saying stuff that hurt him. Like, of course him and Jay-Z breaking up, because he thought him and Jay-Z were going to go forever and be the biggest record company of the world and everything. And, you know, he made Rachel Roy, and now Rachel Roy's got her brand in Macy's and all this different stuff. But him and Rachel Roy didn't work out. He said, look, the only thing that really crushed him and the only thing that probably he will probably never still get over will be the death of Aaliyah. Okay, and you can understand that because him and Aaliyah were together for quite some time, and you know, even when the whole thing happened when Aaliyah died and everything, you could even see then he was like, he couldn't do no interviews, he couldn't talk. You could probably tell that's when he was at his most sincerest, when he was with Aaliyah, and that really probably is still dear to his heart to this day. But everything else, Dame Dash ain't worried. He's just saying, look, at the end of the day, I did what I did. So these people want to say I'm irrelevant. These people want to say that I ain't got shit going on. Like, it's all in the proof. It's all in the history. Check the records. Check the stats. I mean, when we do the whole hip-hop anthology review of, like, 50 years from now, we will see what these artists did and what they contributed to the game. Dame Dash knows what he's contributed to the game. He don't need no clarification of what people need to say to him about these days. Like, he ain't fast. He's doing his thing. He's trying to make his money. He's trying to be independent. He's trying to... That's what he said. He said, I ain't trying to buy a car. I'm trying to buy a football team. Yes, Dame Dash. You better tell them that, you know, he's just trying to get to the money as quick as he can. I mean, yeah, he was at stuff back in the day, what brought him there, but he's saying it was a loss. So he's not going to sit home and mope and cry about it. He wants to get on to the next. So, guys, what cold is this? Oh, hay fever season. It's just a crazy one. But yeah, he's just saying, basically, yeah, that was a loss for me, but look, let me go on to the next stuff. What else was going on? The convo basically went nowhere, and then at the end they just showed us about the upcoming season of what's going on. We get to see Snoop Dogg's daughter. I have the same birthday as her. Shout out to her, June 22nd. I think her name's Corey or something like that. But yeah, we get to see her. Corey is get to see her. She's trying to start out her little you know, music career. But when one of the promos, and she was basically, maybe she's using auto-tune or something, and Snoop Dogg got her all the way together, and he was like, when you start using auto-tune and start sounding like Future, your career ain't going nowhere. I was like, oh shit! Like, what did Future do to what you call it, Snoop? Or maybe his thing, but yeah. I was like, yes, Snoop, because you know my love for Sierra and how Future's been going on this past year or two or so. Well, I never really liked the brother from day one, but you know, in the last 2 years or whatever, I've just really tried to not speak about it because still at the end of the day, he is the father of my fave child, and I'm going to try and be as respectful as I can. But Future, you're pushing it because I've been seeing the stuff in the press that they're coming out saying that you was filling all these fucking stories about C to the media, and the whole court thing wasn't as clean as it sounds to be. But yeah, it's alright, because my video for you is coming soon. Just wait, yeah, it's coming soon. But yeah, we was just basically seeing what was going on in the season and what they're gonna be doing and all this different stuff. But yeah, it was an okay show. I mean, it's alright. It's not your typical reality like catty drama. This is a bit more serious, but it's nice to see the other side of what these celebs have going on. Because right about now, they're not really in today's culture. I mean, they're more in the business side. They're not really so much unquote in the music industry, but they're more in the business side. So BT, you know, that's another, you're really doing a lot of these shows. I mean, you've got what you call it, you've got Inside the Label. I've really been enjoying that. You've got the new show Effing Fabulous, haven't seen that one. About the Business that came out a few months ago, I like that one with even Marcel and EJ, Chris Brown Stylist and stuff like that. So yeah, BT, you're doing some good shows at the moment. Just try and keep it up with everything. But yeah, yeah, so this was my review for Music Moguls Season 1, Episode 1. And yeah, I'm gonna watch Episode 2 and the video should be uploaded soon. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Peace!